what's up and welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute, but I'm back. Sorry if you hear the dogs barking, they're gonna be probably doing that a lot because it's just what they do. I will just pause and put this in there. I've been getting so many requests to do updates on Barkley and the dogs together. So I plan to do that sometime soon. I don't know if it'll just be like a compilation video or if you guys want to see like a day in the life of my dogs. Not gonna lie, I really did not want to have my YouTube channel be about the dogs, but it seems like that's what you guys really like. So I might put one in there down the road, but just so you know, they are here. But anyways, I'm so excited about this because this is another one of my like newfound loves. Well, not even newfound. Honestly, I started this journey last year. You guys know I did my low buy and it didn't go very well. I did my 6-month update and it was very discouraging, but it's okay. I've done a lot of research, and as I continue to do research, that's something that's like number one. People say it is such a journey. It takes time to really like get the ideals down, and so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I will say that I started this journey last year and we will just see how it progresses, but I'm really excited. I feel like each year it's kind of nice to kind of get a fresh start, and so that's where I'm at. I wanted to make this video kind of more of like the bare bones of why I want to be a minimalist. I know, oh my gosh, this is so crazy to me because like even hearing me say that, I just never, ever in a million years would ever have thought that I would be the type of person to be a minimalist. And I'll tell you why. One, because I did not understand what that meant. I feel like at least for me, growing up hearing that even like a couple years ago, there's just kind of some kind of weird negative connotation with it. At least there was for me. And it's just like, why would you want to be a minimalist? You know, and you kind of think like, those are people who live with one cup and one toothbrush, you know, in their house, and they have nothing else, no furniture, no plants, no, literally nothing. And that's just not what it is. And so as I've learned this past year, kind of really what it is and what it means to be one, I don't know, just been more drawn to the idea of it. And I really have several reasons why I feel like I really want to be one. So I figured I would just make this video so you guys can kind of see for me why this is very motivating. Maybe you guys will also be very motivated by these types of things. Maybe not, that's totally fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Right before I do, I just wanna mention if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so and hit that post notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this because I really do feel like my spirituality is kind of like where everything flows from. That's just me personally. And I'm gonna just say this, even though I'm starting with this biblical basis, I really do feel like a lot of these fundamentals can be applied to anyone. You don't have to be, you know, spiritual to want to be a minimalist. You know, you can do these things and not be, but this is just for me, like where I come from. I have some notes too, just in case you're wondering. If I'm looking down, I am looking at these. So I'll say it's a two-parter. The two of my biggest motivators for this new decision is one, to stop wasting money, and two, to live contently. So these are just two big things for me. I'll get into the stop wasting money in a second, but to start, I'm gonna read scripture, which is just kind of like where it comes from for me. There's over 2,000 scripture verses that speak on money and finances, and that's just super interesting if you really think about it. For those who do believe that scripture is God-breathed and everything in it is alive and active, we should take that into consideration. Like, why is there so much on money? Like, pretty crazy, right? So this is just something, obviously it's just one of many, but I figured I would read it. It's from 2 Timothy 1 verse 7, and it says, "After all, we brought nothing with us when we came into this world, and we can't take anything with us when we leave it. So if we have enough food and clothing, let us be content." So that kind of goes hand in hand. Like, you know, there's the contentment piece of it, and then there's also the we didn't bring anything into this world when we were born, and we're not taking anything back out. So that's kind of crazy when you're spending money and consuming so many things in this world, and the idea that it's all gonna turn to dust when we leave. It's just something that really blows my mind because I don't think I ever let myself think about it like that. But as I have this past year, it's like, holy crap, that's a lot. But that's just like kind of the basis for me. I wanted to share that. Kind of going into the part 2 of that, the stop wasting money, I will just mention a few of the things that have really stood out to me. This past year, some of my noticings would be that I noticed I value stuff way too much. These are unhealthy characteristics. I'm admitting that. I'm able to sit down and be mindful of it, and that's why I really do want to make these changes because I know they're not as healthy for me. So, you know, I love things. I love buying things. I love getting new things. I love that dopamine rush when I get a new Amazon package in the mail. Like, It's a total thing and it totally applies to me. I have always been like that. I have never ever been a saver. I am always the spender. My family would make fun of me growing up because me and my sisters, we were all so different, especially me and my middle sister, Madison. She would save everything. She would hide her money just so that she could like save it and then know she would have more later, you know, when she found it or something. We'd find it under pillows, under her bed, in clothes and drawers. Like, it was just crazy. And I would be the one who got my, you know, allowance, and I would just go spend it all immediately. And I've just always been like that. It's really something just like once I got married and once, you know, kind of moving into a home, and like, although we are on base and we don't have to pay for some things that other people do, I still spend way too much money on things. So that's kind of where that is. The second thing I noticed was that I impulse buy a lot, especially this past year, just taking the time to be more mindful of it. The amount of things I will buy and then, you know, sit with for a month or even a couple weeks and be like, nah, I didn't really need that, or nah, I'll give it away. And it's like, I just spent $20, $30, $40, $50 on that thing that I'm now wasting. I might be giving it away, I might be, rehoming it, but it's still a waste of money because I didn't really get good use out of it. It was just something I saw, I wanted, I bought it, and it's like, okay, and we're done with it, you know? So that's a big thing for me, that in kind of watching how I spend my money, it's like, oh yeah, we gotta work on that. And then the third one is that I noticed that I emotionally shop. This is a big one, especially for shopaholics, which I don't want to say I am, but I think I might be. But I'm not. I don't think I'm not. The thing is, I don't buy a lot. I won't say that either. I don't buy a lot. I don't know how to say it. I don't feel like I buy a ton of things just to buy the things, if that makes sense. It's not like I just see stuff and I'm like, give it all to me and I'll just go through it later. Like, if I do see something and I want it, I'll, you know, process through like, okay, why would I want this? How would I use it? And then I'll just buy it if I think it will be useful. The problem is, I don't think I sit with that for long enough because I end up wasting a lot of things. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know, maybe that's something I'll sit with. Maybe I really do have a serious issue. Anyways, I will shop when I'm bored. I will shop when I'm lonely. This is something I even remember specifically telling my stepmom in a conversation we had last year when I was thinking about starting my low buy. It seemed kind of crazy. It was like, why out of nowhere? It was like, I just wanted to really cut my spending, which was weird because I've never been like that. And I remember sitting down with her and saying like, I have recognized that this is a problem. Like, I really do go out of my way during these types of emotions that I experience to buy things. And it was like, dang, I really want to get better at that. I don't want to be that person who just buys all the things and wastes money and then goes into debt and then lives in that debt forever, you know? And a lot of people do. Unfortunately, in our culture today, it is such a buying world, and Americans are so in debt. And I just don't want to live like that. I want to live minimally. I want to live way below my means. I want to be able to save money. I want to be able to use that money for more important things, more things that I value, versus just like buying this stuff. That's kind of where I'm at. Those are some of the reasons why I really feel motivated to do this, because I just think it's really important and it's very valuable for anyone, honestly. Like I said, you don't have to strip to the bare bones of like your house and have nothing around, but I do think even taking little steps to be mindful of what you spend and how you spend it is huge, especially in our culture today. So I would encourage you, if you're interested in this, if you kind of want to go along this journey with me, maybe just think of kind of where you're at in that. What are your spending habits and how can you maybe cut back, or how can you maybe get rid of some things in your house that you don't use? So if you guys are interested in this topic, I would be more than happy to continue along with these videos and kind of go into more details of what I'm getting rid of and how I've gone about it, and just kind of maybe see just like how we get there, because I really do believe this is a process. I don't know, I just think it would be cool to see someone who spent so much money and then eventually getting to see where I can be down the road when I really do, you know, where I feel like I can claim that name of minimalist, because I do think it's a journey. So I don't know, I think it'd be fun. Let me know in the comments down below if you also would like to see that. And yeah, that's all I got. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see y'all in the next one.